Welcome back to the Bearer family. If you guys are new, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and smash that like button.
Guys, today is a very special video.
Yes,
we're going
indeed.
to be talking about, well, telling the story of labor and delivery.
Yes.
When we had Bryson.
Yes, this is a very, very, very special story time, guys.
Yes, and it was actually suggested by one of our subscribers.
So thank you.
Yes. So I don't think we've ever talked about this to anyone other than our family.
Yeah, mostly ourselves.
Yeah, together. We reminisce about it.
Absolutely.
So, we'll start with the day that my water broke.
Wow, what a day. Matter of fact, what a night.
Yeah, well, let's start with, okay, so I had just went on maternity leave from work.
Yep.
And I wasn't due yet, but I was a week before my due date, I believe. And we were trying everything because I was just over it. Once you're at your 9 months, you're okay, this baby has to come out. You're uncomfortable.
Yes.
You're huge.
Yes.
So I was you know what? We have to figure out how we can get my water to break. So I started looking online. I started doing my research, and nothing was working. We were trying everything. We were walking around the neighborhood. It says you're supposed to have intercourse a lot.
Yeah.
We did that. That wasn't working.
And I was nervous to have intercourse while she was pregnant.
And it was really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Had to eat spicy foods. I tried that. It wasn't working. Nothing was working.
Nothing.
So it finally came to, it was the day before the day Bryson was born.
Yeah.
So he was born March 3rd, 2016. But this happened was it the day before or 2 days before? Yeah, it was the day before. Yeah.
Day before.
So it was March 2nd. And wait, was it, babe?
I think it was the March 2nd.
Yeah. It was. Okay, so it was March 2nd. And I read online that if you eat pineapples, your water will break. So I was I have to try this, but we didn't have any pineapples in the house.
No.
So we went to the supermarket and we got this big pineapple. And we came home, cut it up, and I ate the whole pineapple by myself.
Yes, we was about to watch a good movie that just came out.
What movie was it?
NWA. It was straight out of Compton.
Yes. It had just came out and we rented it. We paid to watch it.
We didn't even get to watch maybe 5 minutes into the movie.
So I ate the whole pineapple, and that was during the day. And then it was nighttime, and we were about to watch the movie. It started, and then all of a sudden I felt this. No, it wasn't a.
No, it was the.
I felt a pain.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt a sharp pain, it just something just hit me, and I was what was that? It was a really, really horrible pain. So I went to the bathroom. I honestly didn't think that it was my water breaking. I had no idea, and I never had a baby before, so I wouldn't know what it feels like.
Right.
So I was what is that? So I go to the bathroom and I sit on the toilet and I was peeing. But I don't know, till this day I don't know if I was peeing or not. I think I was just peeing because my water didn't break until the hospital.
Yeah,
so I was just peeing and I saw this weird stuff in the toilet, and I was what is going on?
Slide.
No, I forget what it's called, the mucus.
Clog.
Yeah.
The mucus
so it was
clog.
that, and I was oh my God. And I was just in like so much pain. I was like, babe, I think it's time.
Man,
and he was like, we have to call the doctor. We have to call the doctor. So I'm like in the shower, cleaning myself out, cleaning myself up, shaving. He's like, what are you doing? We gotta go.
Exactly, man. Because look,
I was like, I'm not going to the hospital like this, like all dirty and
look at all dogged up.
I was like, hold on. And we called the doctor, and I told her what was going on, and she was like, okay, get to the hospital as soon as you can.
Yes.
And we already had our stuff packed up, like prepared.
Thank God we live like 10 minutes away
the
from
hospital's really, really close, so thank God for that. So we packed up our things and we get in the car, and the whole time in the car I was just in so much pain. Like I couldn't even sit down in the passenger seat. Like I was crying. I was crying. I was in so much pain. Like it was horrible. So we got to the hospital. They put me in a wheelchair, and then
they bring you to the labor and delivery unit.
Yes. So we got to the room. I had my own room. Wasn't with nobody else. It was really, really nice in there, right?
Yes, they prepped her up really good.
Yeah. And then I just kept saying like, I'm in a lot of pain. I'm in a lot of pain. But they wasn't doing anything because my water didn't break yet. So it's too soon to like give the epidural. So I was just like in so much pain. I was crying.
Yes. I
didn't know what to do. And so basically I was having contractions. I was having contractions.
Strong ones too.
And they were coming really, really quick. And I wasn't dilated. That's another thing. Like I wasn't dilated, and we were like, oh my God. So at first we thought we were gonna be sent back home, right? Like they really was about to send us back home, and I was like, no, I'm not going back home until the baby's out. Because I could feel it, like this is the day, this is the day. So they waited. They said I couldn't eat anything. I could only have, what was it, like those ice chips?
That's it.
And we were just waiting and waiting, and it was starting to get really late. And then they were, the contractions just started getting like really, really stronger and like closer together.
They're like what, 5 minutes apart?
No, it wasn't that much close, but it was getting closer and closer. I can't remember exactly. But then they were like, oh, do you want to do the epidural? They kept checking to see if I was like dilated. I was dilating, but not like fast enough. Like it was taking forever.
Exactly.
And what did they tell us? Like it was gonna be a really long time, because I guess when it's your first time, your first baby, it takes a really long time.
It took like the next day.
It didn't happen until the next day. So we slept at the hospital overnight. And
I'm sleeping in that chair that's in the corner, uncomfortable, but at the same time anxious. Like, oh my God, man, Bryson's about to be here in any hour soon.
It was like so like, I don't know, I can't, like, you're just like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? Like, when is it gonna happen? It's so like, oh my God, it's just unbelievable.
Exactly, man.
And then mind you, like none of my family lives out here, so none of them were like in the hospital. We couldn't call them and be like, Sheila's in labor, come to the hospital. So like we contacted my father and my mother, and we told them, but they were too far to like come. So it was just us, and it was tough. Like, you know, like especially for a woman, like if it's your first time like going through that, you want like your mother to be there. So I think like that was really like hard for me, but he was amazing. Like he was there, so it was just, I can't imagine doing it by myself, like without anybody at all. So I just thank God that at least I had him there.
I was gonna be there regardless, man, no matter what the situation was.
But it was just really, it was a long night. I don't really think like I slept that much at all. Probably like an hour because I was just in so much pain. But then once the medicine kicked in,
you was fine.
I was fine, yeah. So then the next morning, they checked me and they were like, "You're fully dilated. It's time."
Yes.
I was like, "Oh my God!"
My heart was just throbbing.
Like it's just so exciting. It is like, oh my God, like what is going to happen?
Yes,
I'm like so scared. So I remember like pressing the button. You have to like press a button to get more medicine inside of you because they have like the IV. That's what it's called, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I kept pressing the button like just to get, every time I would feel it like going down, like I could feel a little bit of pain, I would be like pressing it like I don't want to feel any pain at all.
I don't blame you.
Oh my God. So when it was finally time, the doctors came and they were like, "Okay, just push."
And she pushed.
How many times was it? It was like
say three
times I pushed and he was out.
He popped out. Like this. Like, what's up, world? I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
He always says like he went like this.
Exactly.
And he came out.
And to this day, I regret for not recording it and at least taking a picture of him, man.
We took pictures
of him coming
out, no, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
I say all the time, like, at the moment, I wasn't like thinking about like, why aren't you recording?
I wasn't thinking
Your
about
mind
either.
is not even on that at all. But now I'm like, I wish you would have recorded it.
Yeah, man. So we could just
like, I wish
share
I
that
had
with you
that.
guys,
Yeah.
You know
I didn't look down, so I don't know how it looks when everything's happening. I was just so focused on pushing because I was like, the harder I push, like the sooner I push, the faster this will be over. Like that's all I remember. It was just like, oh my God, I have to push. I pushed 3 times and he was out.
Yeah, guys.
They were like, oh my God, you did amazing, great job. Because usually I guess women are like, they're telling them like push, and they're like, I can't.
Exactly.
But I was like, no, I gotta do this.
Yeah, she did it.
I wanted to hurry up.
She did really good. To like really watch that.
Oh my God.
There's so much blood. I seen the placenta.
How was it?
Oh man, it's like a big bag.
Ew.
You know what I mean? That was just coming out.
Some people save that and like eat it or turn it into pills.
Exactly. But the special moment of I got to cut the umbilical cord.
Yeah. I just remember him like his little cry and then they immediately put him on me.
Yep.
And we do like skin to skin and I just started crying.
She sure did, guys. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. It was just amazing. It was unbelievable, guys.
Yeah.
I just can't believe it. Like, it's about to be 3 years.
3 years and counting, guys.
That's incredible. Like, I remember like it was just yesterday.
Man, that's a beautiful moment, man. Having a baby.
I was crying.
Becoming pregnant is always a blessing from God. So, you know, always cherish those moments. Don't take it for granted.
Definitely.
And, you know, when she had the baby, I was working too. After the fact, I had to leave.
Yeah.
She had to stay at the hospital along with the baby.
That was the hardest part. It was like my first night.
I was like, come on.
Our first night with him, and I had to do it by myself. Like, we was in the hospital. You stay at the hospital, was it 2 nights? How many nights did I stay?
You was there 2 nights.
Yeah. So that first night, wait, was it it was the first night.
Yeah.
He had the day off the night before when we first got to the hospital, then the next day when Bryson was born. But that night they couldn't find nobody and he went and had to go into work.
That's crazy.
And like, we couldn't afford for him to like take the day off. I wasn't working.
And it's crazy, man. Some of these jobs don't even understand that.
And my job didn't give me any maternity leave, like paid maternity leave. Yeah. So it's like we had no choice but for him to go to work.
Yeah, I was upset about that, man.
I was really upset with him. Like I like resented him for like leaving, and I really wanted him to be there with me at the hospital.
I wanted to be there too.
And it was just so hard, like. I was like so tired, and he kept waking up, and then I was having trouble nursing.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't latching on, and like the nurses were helping me and stuff, but he really wasn't getting any milk out of me. It was just so hard.
Difficult, guys.
It was so hard. I never did that before, and I had taken classes while I was pregnant. And it just didn't work. Like it didn't help because like he was just not latching on, and it was so hard. I felt like so sad for him, and I didn't want to give him formula. I didn't want to do that in the beginning. Like so they just, and the hospital that we were in, they encourage breastfeeding.
Yep, they do.
So they just kept trying and trying and trying. And then eventually we finally got him to latch on. Oh my God, I was in so much pain. So much pain. I can't imagine that. Yeah.
I felt for you though.
But yeah, so the first night and then the second night, you were there the second night, or no, you had to leave again.
Had to leave
so
again.
He came back the next day.
Stayed all day there. Then I had to leave when it was time for me to do my shift.
But before you left, they gave us like a dinner. They do like a last night.
Anything you want.
So you have like this nice romantic dinner in the hospital. And what else was it?
You know, honestly, I regret for leaving. I should have just called out and like, you know what?
I know. And then we say it till this day, like he's always like, if we ever have another baby, I'm not leaving. I'm gonna be there no matter what.
Those are moments you want to cherish, and you can never get those moments back.
Like I remember just crying. Like I didn't have my family there. My mom wasn't there, and then he had to go to work. It was just so tough.
Facts,
like
man.
It was really hard and like sad. Like you want someone to be there with you. But I just remember like holding him, and they kept saying like, you have to get rest. You have to put him down like so you can rest. And I just couldn't do it.
Yeah,
like
first time, Mom.
I didn't want to. And like that hospital, they don't have like a nursery where they take the babies. They keep the babies in the room with the mom because they want like you to get familiar and the baby to get familiar with you. True. So they keep the baby in like this little I forget what it's called, a bassinet thing, right next to me. And like I just kept holding him the whole time and just looking at him. I just couldn't believe that he was finally here, like after 9 months. Like I just couldn't believe it.
Yes, man.
It was amazing.
It's a blessing.
Yeah.
A blessing from God, guys.
So yeah, so the last night we had our dinner, like our romantic dinner together.
Yep.
And then he had to go back to work, and that's when he was doing like overnight shifts. So that's why he would be there all day, but then he would leave at like midnight and come back in the morning.
Yeah.
So then he came back in the morning, and then that's when they gave Bryson his shots, and they checked. Yeah, they checked his eyes and ears. He passed. Then they had us signing like the birth certificate and stuff like that, and other documents. Yep. And then they were like, okay, you guys are fine, you can go. They give you like this like package with like diapers and formula just in case you want to like stop breastfeeding. Diapers and wipes and a blanket.
Yeah, they blessed us.
Yeah, and then so I got him like dressed up in his like going home outfit. I remember he was like crying. I was like getting him dressed. Oh, before we left, before that, they showed me how to give him a bath. We gave him his first bath in the hospital. And she was like holding him, and she's pouring the water over his head, and she's like, you know, you have to be gentle.
Yeah.
And she was showing me like how to do everything, how to do the pamper, and oh, it was just amazing.
It sure was, man.
Just getting him dressed to go home, and oh my God, once we put him in the car seat, that's when it really hit me, like, oh my God, I'm a mom. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, we're really going home right now with a baby.
Yeah.
Like, it was amazing.
It really was, man.
I couldn't believe it. And I was sitting in the back seat with him, and I was like holding on to the car seat. And we even took it to a professional place where they check it, like they do it and make sure that it's correct.
Yeah.
And I was still like sitting back there with him. I was so nervous because he's so tiny. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. It's just like bring back memories.
Yeah. All over again. I swear it feels like it was just yesterday.
It do.
So we came home and he had to go back to work again.
Of course.
So our first night at the house, I was alone with him too. It was just so
devastating, man.
He was crying like crazy.
Yeah.
The first night, like he didn't sleep. He just kept crying and crying. I started crying too.
She didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my God.
Stuff like that.
I kept calling him at the job.
There's nothing I could do. I wanted to leave.
Like, I don't like this. I wish you were here. Like, I don't like that he wasn't there with me. It was just so tough. Like, it was horrible. Like,
but it made
him
her
not being there.
But it definitely made her who she is today.
Yeah.
She's stronger. She's more alert. You know what I mean? So, if God blesses again with another baby, it's gonna be nothing to her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I've definitely learned a lot with Bryson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's for every mom. Like, you learn a lot with your first baby.
Exactly, because
it's so scary and overwhelming, but after like a few months, you're like, I'm getting the hang of it. I'm okay.
And you're gonna be physically prepared for stuff like that.
And you're like, I feel like I'm a failure. Like, I feel like I'm not doing it right, or I'm not good. I'm not doing it good enough. Like, you just have to like, you know, not be so hard on yourself.
Yeah, be the best you can be.
Yeah, like, you know, this is new to you. But I got the hang of things.
Everybody parent different.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's all the same parenting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it was amazing.
Great experience, guys.
Yeah, like, oh my God. I'm just so in love with him. I'm so obsessed with him. Like, he is amazing.
Yeah. He's about to be 3 soon. He's learning so much. He's talking so much. He's very active.
He says his numbers.
Everything, man.
He's just so smart. Oh my God.
Like I said, guys, we are really blessed.
Yeah.
Very blessed.
I love him so much.
Yes.
Oh my God. I just can't remember life without him. Like, I just don't even think about it.
No, you can't, you know, because he is your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I always think, like, how did I even go on without him? Like, how did I?
Can't.
It's just weird.
You
like,
can't. When you love a person that much, you can't.
It's just unconditional.
Facts, man. You know what I'm saying?
I love him so much.
Likewise, baby. You know what I'm saying?
He's a blessing.
Yes, man.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
If you did, give this video a big thumbs up.
Let us know what other story times you would like to hear from us.
Like and subscribe.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Until the next one.
Peace and love, guys.
Bye. Bless you. Hi. Say hi, Daddy. Say hi, Daddy. I passed all my screenings. I did so good. Why you don't want to burp for Mommy, huh? Why you don't want to burp for Mommy? You don't want to burp? What's the matter? What's the matter? You tired? You sleepy? You don't want to go back to sleep? Yeah? Aww. I love you. Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you. What's the matter? What's the matter? What's the matter? Mommy loves you. Hi. Sleepyhead. Sleepyhead. What's the matter? What's the matter, baby? I love you.